So one of the most valuable things we can learn to do as digital marketers is figure out how to build campaign URLs and track our efforts. So basically what we're doing now is we're making it so that through every single type of campaign that we run, whether it's a PR partnership, a charity partnership, a brand partnership, a Facebook ad, we are organizing our marketing campaigns or efforts into different buckets. And those buckets are then tracked in Google Analytics or any of our other analytics tools. So I actually just went and built one of these custom URLs, and you can tell because it has this question mark UTM source equals blah, 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 blah. And so then you'll see here that I tagged this with the UTM term Lauren so that it was very easy to see. And then when we are in Google Analytics, we can see that, I was recently on the site here and I viewed the 2 pages, and the top key or the keyword here of this traffic was Lauren. And so then you can similarly, you saw that there was charity partnership and Autism Speaks in this URL. And so what this means is that if I am working with Autism Speaks and another charity and I'm doing brand partnerships and all of this, I can go into Google Analytics and I can say, for in this case, here, judge me review request, look, this brought 3 people to the site. And if, I wanted, I could organize into as many buckets as I want. And you can then go on to see which of those people purchased, how long did they stay on the site, all of that. So here is this supporter event UTM that I just made. So now I'm going to talk about how to make those URLs. So the first thing I do is I use Google Campaign Builder. It's the easiest way to do this. It's so easy because basically it templatizes it and it gives you a copy paste so that you don't mess it up, because human error does play a part sometimes. So I don't mess it up. So the first thing, if you just Google campaign or campaign URL builder, this is always the first result, and then it takes you to this page here. So you want to put in the website URL, always put in HTTPS because that's the secure version of your website. And then you want to think of your campaign source as what is the source of this traffic. And then campaign medium is what is the medium that it happened in. So for example, and the way that I like to remember this is I might get, if I go to a medium and I get my cards read or my fortune told, I don't really know exactly what they would do. Sorry if the lingo offends anyone, but I would go to a medium and it would be this woman. And so in I think of that as like the marketing medium, and they give you examples like, okay, this is an email or this is a cost per click ad. In this case, I'm using charity partnership. It might be a brand partnership. And notice I'm starting to think about these words very methodically so that every single partnership uses the word partnership. And then brand partnerships and charity partnerships would be bucketed, and then I can say here's all of my partnership efforts, and then the source would be like, what is the source of the medium's news? Maybe it's her crystal ball. So in this case, here is a charity partnership, and that's like the woman. I went into the place and she's giving me this news, and then she gave it to me via a newsletter. And so the charity would be Autism Speaks, and then every single source of Autism Speaks traffic we would say Autism Speaks or Olivia Hope Foundation, like Olivia Hope, whatever, and then newsletter or Autism Speaks landing page. Autism, if they had on their website landing page a link to a URL that said, or like a link to you. This is how you would track that to your site. And then the campaign name would be, you know, the specific thing, thing that sent it. So, you know, they might have a bunch of different, the Autism Speaks newsletter would have a bunch of different emails. Maybe they sent one for summer supporters. And then after that, there might be another term that you might want to add. But you don't have to add term, and you don't have to add content, and name is a best practice. But, you know, these further ones down, they're just letting you get more granular. So then after you're done making it, and I'll just keep those in there, you would just copy the URL, and then you can see, I always like to go to the page that just to make sure that it worked okay. And you can do it to the home page, or we could do the same thing to the Our Story page. So this campaign URL builder, boom, and then copy the URL, again, making sure that HTTPS is there. And this takes everyone to the Our Story page, and it still has this information. So then to make sure that it works, I go into Google Analytics, and oh look, I'm letting it load again. This real-time traffic sources, we can see charity partnerships, Autism Speaks newsletter, and then you can group all of them. And then later on, you can go into acquisition campaigns, and you can see, okay, here was, this campaign was the supporter event, the source, Autism Speaks newsletter, Facebook, all the places where we're getting traffic. So hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions about how to build these URLs, then feel free to let me know. I like to keep a spreadsheet for the brand so that I can always see what are all the different campaigns that we're running right now, what's the nomenclature that we use, so that you can imagine, like, at some point, all of these, the medium, we would just search here, partnership, and we would see every single partnership that brought us traffic and how much revenue it gave us. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. And if you want me to build a template, like a Google Sheet template for how I would organize this, let me know on that too. So hopefully that's helpful. Talk to you soon. Damn it.